that's a nice bag. I'm gonna use it today.
Sparring, man, it was just really bad because I wanted to impress my father the most. When I didn't perform at my best with him, or if I got hit and I didn't like it and I started crying, I would run away. I literally would run away from my father and everybody. They would look for me. This is me at 8 years old running away, my father having to call the cops, and I put my father through a lot of mess. And I would cry all the time. I would embarrass him because I would cry while he was in the corner. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. And that's why I never really liked sparring. It wasn't because of that I wasn't good enough. I believe it was just the fact that I was so hard on myself.
There you go. 7. There you go. You're on another level, man. You gotta relax. You gotta hold your breath.
When you look at how Teofimo Lopez is training for Shakur Stevenson, you can tell immediately, this camp isn't built for highlight reels anymore. This isn't about explosions, viral knockouts, or big moments. This camp is about one uncomfortable thing, surviving his own instincts.
Pero jamás, man.
You gotta listen to my mouth.
I haven't felt.
You need to go to the field and live in that fucking field.
Okay.
Live in it.
Okay.
No motherfucking, no health spa, no freaking none of that shit.
Okay.
No health quest. I want you living in that field. That's all we need, bro.
Coach ain't having it today.
No, bro, because I know I see what's going on, bro. 1, 2.
Come out with the hook.
Okay.
Slip, slip, slip.
Everything in this camp points to one brutal truth Teofimo is being forced to accept. Blowing up early doesn't beat Shakur Stevenson. It just makes you tired in HD. So now the work is ugly on purpose. Long pressure rounds, no hiding, constant movement, constant punches, throwing, even when your legs are begging you to stop.
The hardest parts for me was getting my butt whipped in sparring and losing. I hated losing. I hated failure. I always hated it because like I said before, I wanted to become a perfectionist. It's the first time I ever felt like so out of it. So out of shape, bro. Like, and it's crazy. We've been working, so I can't quite understand it, but coach is like, we just gotta keep running. I ain't doing enough of it, so. But other than that, it's just part of it. There's a reason why we start, before, we do all this stuff too, is to make sure that we prevent any of these things happening when it comes to an actual.
The biggest change? Breaking the habit of cutting the ring, firing one missile, and admiring it like a fireworks show. Shakur eats that alive. Now, it's smaller steps, shorter punches, and combinations that don't look flashy, but steal space, close exits, and slowly break rhythm, even when they land on arms and shoulders. The early rounds are treated like gold, not because Teofimo needs a knockout, but because he needs to steal confidence before control sets in. The real test isn't whether he can hurt Shakur, it's whether he can stay calm when it doesn't work right away.
My mind is limitless, though, so then again, it's like I could always succeed to another level with it, and exceed to it. So it's really just trying to just keep it going, keep moving forward throughout the whole time and throughout the whole process, and mainly just have fun with it. You gotta have fun with what you do. I love this. I haven't stopped doing what I've done. because of the fact that I enjoy what I do. You know, this has been 20 years in the making.
And right when you think this is just a tactics breakdown, Dan Rafael steps in and reminds us why this fight feels heavier than a whiteboard strategy session. Because this isn't just about game plans, this is about legacy waking up when the lights turn on.
1, 2. Right hand again. Give me that right hand, baby. Give me that right hand. Don't show it. Right hand. Like that. Don't show it. Right hand. Okay, go. Go. Come over here. Too fast for me. Go. Come on,
Dan points out something people keep forgetting. Teofimo has a long history of rising when the moment is real. He didn't always look sharp. But when Josh Taylor stood across from him with everything on the line, Teofimo locked in and delivered done.
You know, Teofimo has been a bona fide world champion in 2 divisions. He was the champion at lightweight. You know, had most of the belts, defeated Lomachenko. You know, he did suffer the upset loss to Kambosos. There were some physical issues there that we didn't know about going into the fight, not to make excuses for him. But regardless, he came back and, you know, even though maybe he didn't shine and scintillate maybe in some of those fights after that, when it came time to step up and take on the champ, which was Josh Taylor, he shined in that fight. So when Teofimo is matched, you know, in a big time opponent, you know, he's delivered, and he's done it, you know, a number of times.
And Dan also reminded us why Shakur's resume matters just as much. When people called him boring, Shakur didn't fold. He stood in the pocket, took risks, and told the narrative to sit down. Both of these guys don't break when pressure shows up. They adjust. When Dan talked about their shared history, the Olympics, top rank, Crawford undercards, this stopped feeling like a random matchup and started feeling inevitable. 2 timelines finally colliding at Madison Square Garden, where New York doesn't reward nonsense, it rewards control.
Shakur Stevenson gets the job done. He has won titles from featherweight up to lightweight. You know, when his back was against the wall, quote unquote, and everybody had big expectations. You know, what did he do in his last fight against William Zepeda? He stood in the pocket, he fought the guy, and he won handily. He shut him out, basically. He won like 10 rounds.
Then, Lonnie B ripped the conversation wide open. Not with resumes, but with unpredictability. He said Shakur is flawless, and that's pressure, not comfort. And Teofimo, he's Roy Jones energy. Anything can happen at any second.
Kind of fight that belonged in America, and it didn't belong in Las Vegas. It belongs in New York City. At Madison Square Garden, Teofimo is from Brooklyn. Shakur is from Newark, New Jersey, which is a 5-minute train ride from Midtown Manhattan. I mean, it's got everything you want to see. The Garden hasn't had a lot of big fights in the main arena over the last few years. The last one they had was the 3rd fight between Katie Taylor and Serrano. But before that, it'd been, you know, a couple years, I think, since they had a main arena fight. So this is a big time fight.
Lonnie said it best. You never know which Teofimo shows up. And that's not an excuse. That's a warning. Because the version that beat Josh Taylor didn't ask permission. He took the night over.
You got, listen, both are extraordinary talents. Extraordinary talents. Shakur, oh my God, flawless. Don't telegraph his punches. They come right out the holster. They come right out the clip. You got Teofimo, who's extremely athletic. He reminds me of Roy Jones. You never know what he's going to do. And it's kind of hard to train for somebody like that because you don't know what Teo's going to show up.
Lonnie refused to pick a winner. Not because he was unsure, but because he saw a will fight disguised as skill. This isn't about who's prettier technically. It's about who refuses to lose when comfort disappears.
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor.
Okay.
Look what he did to Josh Taylor. Oh, my God. I mean, just playing with him. Just hitting him with big shots. Just doing whatever he wants, styling on him. So you can never count Teo out. You can never count Teo out, man. He's, like I said, an extraordinary talent, but so is Shakur. I do think Shakur can't lay on the ropes like he do. I think Shakur got to be a lot more active this fight. Because once you let Teo get in this groove, he's a hard train to stop, man. And he's athletic. You never know what he's going to do.
Then Zab Judah walked in and changed the temperature. He wasn't debating outcomes. He was declaring physics. Teofimo can't beat what he can't hit. That's not trash talk. That's a veteran's curse.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I can't wait to see it. I got it a 50-50 fight, depending on who can impose their will.
50-50?
Yeah, I got it 50-50.
We don't got who gonna win? We can't go 50-50. Somebody gotta win it. This ain't not gonna be no draw.
See, like I'm just like I can't pick a winner because it's like I can see Shakur winning it, and I also can see Tio winning it.
Okay.
And I can see Shakur winning it. Then I can see Tio winning it. Then it's like, well.
Zab said the Garden isn't geography, it's pressure. Winter coats, packed house, no neutral crowd. And Shakur isn't coming to ball, he's coming to suffocate.
Tio's a good fighter, but this type of style Tio possesses, you're gonna break him up. You're gonna break him up. You can't beat what you can't hit. You can't. This is impossible. That boy ain't nothing to around with.
Right.
Poor boy, he's something out of the Matrix Part 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. He you know what I'm saying? He pulling shit away and hit you with, well, come on. I'm loving him. He's dope. I mean, I always spoke highly of him. Always.
So when you stack everything together, the shape of this fight becomes clear. Teofimo is training to fight his instincts. Shakur is built to punish them. Legacy versus control. Chaos versus discipline. And every round asks the same quiet question. Who stays themselves when the plan starts wobbling?